typical matcha fudge. So this was made by Ari from Encha Matcha, that's NCH, and that is Swiss DA, certified in single source from farm to table, and the link is in the description. And if you buy it through this link, then you'll know that you're looking for this channel, that you're a butterfly, and that you know both matcha and possibly fudge. Now, if you want the, I've already tried it in the first review, you see. If you want this rather cool recipes and fashion tips, poetry, artist connection, and make your way over to Ben Art and Fashion on YouTube, Instagram, and all the other platforms. That is Ari. She's so talented to be behind the camera. Can we have a short description of the fudge?
Yes, so that is a raw style fudge, lemon and matcha flavored, and it has a coconut butter base. That's what gives it the fudgy texture.
So good. Anything else to say, Drew?
No.
It's wonderful. That goes down like. So
Oh, only 6 ingredients.
Oh, wow. All right. So we are traveling back in time today to the 1870s. So we are doing a line dance. We're going back decade by decade, and we're trying to just learn about a little bit about the history and the fashion of the times as we go along. And we're doing it as a line dance. And a line dance is a type of dance that's very popular today and very fun. To listen to any type of music, usually not the 1870s variety though. So you do a short sequence to one wall, that sequence takes you to the next wall, do the same sequence, and you keep turning, you keep doing the same sequence over and over until the song is finished. So today we are doing a song that you might be familiar with if you are in the United States. It was written as a poem by Brewster Higley in the 1870s, and it was later they put music to it. I lived in the same decade, later became the state song of Kansas. So we're going to warm up to that music to familiarize yourself to the song. It's a long one, so we can have a little bit more of a warm-up than we've been having. And then we're going to learn that sequence, and we're going to do the line dance. And in this second line, we always get a little bit more into technique, nuance, and all of that. So if you're here again hanging out with us, there is going to be a little bit more of that. So please drop a note to the outfit. This is of course improvised, but ladies' hair got very fancy. So you have something here up top and just something draping down with all kinds of combs and pins and ornaments. Hair pieces were very popular. I do not currently have a hairpiece, so this is the best I can do that I have. And in this decade, women's skirts turned from having a very round shape of the crinoline to having a bustle. It hadn't got. This was just kind of the beginning of the bustle, so it didn't get to the enormous sizes of the next decade. It was more of a sort of day stick out and could be as an extra train. And dances, and this clothing style actually slowed down a bit. They got a little bit more staid, but a lot of the old favorites, the waltz, the cotillion, and a lot of those dances stayed the same. So we're going to do our warm up to the song so you can recognize the song, and then we're going to learn the line dance and do it to the song. free to do that. And we're going to be starting by weight is on your left leg, and we're going to be stepping on our right, and we're just going to put our left leg down and push up while keeping our weight on our right. So that's the whole set. So we're going to start with that. And we're going to stay on our left leg and step forward on our right. And we're going to slow down this little strong step. And step, small diagonal here. And step, 3 steps. And instead of stepping it forward, we're going to step backwards. Now, as you're stepping backwards, we're going to be moving a little bit more in this line dance, but you still want to come more or less back to where you were, so you may have to adjust things a little. So in this back step, both to get your step back to center, and do a little more movement, do a little push off that right leg, and move your left leg back before you step on it. So instead of stepping on it right where it is, which you can also do, we're going to give a bigger step to step back. And the weight is on the left. And since the weight is all the way on the left, you can lift this one up if you want. We're free to move this right leg. So we're going to move it to foot. And then we're going to step on it and do a little circle with the left. Bring it in front. And then step left. Little circle right front. Right, little circle on. And left, little circle. So we're here with the right foot forward. Now, that is almost it. Let's repeat that, and we'll got to get to the next wall. So we have that. So we have one more step. Now, here in one step, another thing you can do is your weight is on your left. So your right is still free to do anything once. You can bring that a little if you want. If you want to move that, you can wall step. You can also use your body. So the feeling you want, if you want to use a little body, is that it's like somebody's grabbing your ribcage and pulling out to the side, and to the side, and to the side, and to the side. Another variation on that theme is you can bring the opposite shoulder forward. And since this is a very long song, you can do both within the song. So you do one step and there's step right, step left, step right, and back left. And then we're on this left leg, so you can make a little adjustment here, or you can adjust while you're stepping. So you step right, bring the left forward, a little circle, a little rock to the side, and right. The right coming forward. And from here, we're going to step onto that right foot because we're going to do a circle and a quarter. We'll go all the way around, and then another quarter, so we're facing our next wall. So instead of changing directions, we're on the right foot. We're just going to give our little step to our right, which will help us push off and change direction. Because otherwise you can walk like this, which is going to be a little awkward, it'll take a little longer. So we're just going to push off, and we can give a circle to come to our next wall. Or we're going to do this in sequence. And stepping forward and stepping forward, stepping back. Bring the left forward, bring the right forward, left forward, right forward, push with the right. And we're going to do that full circle and a half to come to the back wall, and then we're step again. And one step, and one step, and one step, and step, and step, and step, and back, and turn, front, and front, and front. Pushing off, and make a double there, and back. And one step, and one step, one step, and one step, and step, 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 and back, and bring it forward, and bring it back, bring it forward, and then we're talking to the front. We're going to keep repeating until the end of the song. Now, so we have some nuances here. You can also bigger or smaller, depending on the mood, or you can use the opportunity of the longer song to do both. And you can do any variety of arms. If you're wearing a little skirt as I am, you can take your skirts and play with it throughout this, or you can do an opposite shoulder want that last full step to bring your weight to the back, so you have a space for your diagonal. And here I should move in the middle. Make sure your posture is nice, because this is just a slow walk. You're walking forward. And the feeling is also like you're being pulled by some force in that direction. So stepping in that direction.
Sorry,
Stepping
my
back.
voice.
Again, you can step back. You can give a little turn to shoulders. You can give like a little bow here. This is all things that are up to you to make the dance your own. And from here, the circles again. You can have opposite arms here. That's one possibility. Or you can take your scratch guard. Or you can do the same shoulder, which means you need to do a little bit more of a circle, a little bit more momentum there. And this last walk, this is a promenade. This is when society people were going somewhere to a dance, to what have you. They usually walked around first and kind of presented themselves. So that's what we're doing here. Walking around and presenting. Forget that you're well trained to walk well. Book in your head. So that is the walk where you're going to present yourself to the people around you. All right, guys, unless there's questions, let's do the song once through, play with it, and see if you can come up with different things during the song. All right, my dear guys. An introduction, we're going to go.
Give me a home where the
this is made with our absolute favorite, which is Encha Matcha, which is ENCHA, and that is organically USDA certified and single source from farm to table, and absolutely wonderful. There's so many things you can do with it. So I'm going to suggest you go over to Ari and get some ideas. And if you click if you buy from the link below in the description, you'll know that you came from our channel, and we would so much appreciate it. Right there, guys. Please try this. I wish I could send some to all of you. Love to you, my butterflies.